China, to be honest with you, until I hit college. My parents, they went over to China in '91, and they were the first maternity clothing brand to enter the market there. So what happened is during college, I finally gave in to my parents telling me to go over to China and check it out. It was your typical Chinese American girl, I didn't care. You know, and so I went over there in '94, '95 to Shanghai. After a whole summer there, I came back, changed my major, international relations, Chinese studies, no doubt about it. There was like a ton of stuff going on. And after college, I thought I could do the corporate thing here and worked in Boston for half a year before I decided to pack up and move to Shanghai without a clue. So in '99, that's exactly what I did. And right around that time, the dot-com bubble over in China was well underway. During that time, I helped my parents design a line of clothing, got a few clothing lines into the department store, met my co-founder and partner now, Janet, at that time. She became my mentor. And together, she trusted me enough to think that we could do an e-commerce site at a time in China where there was no logistics, there was no payment model, and pretty much I just made, someone tells me these days, like, we kind of came up with a business model that was probably 6 years ahead of its time in terms of a women's portal and social network. So, but that's how Dan and I met. We kept in touch over the years. I moved back to the U.S. in 2004 and really missed China and really felt like, oh my gosh, I'm missing, you know, I've got to keep back, I got to keep in touch with it. So I started a podcast, and all I did to begin with, I really looked at the time last year, Entrepreneur Magazine, they had their own podcast show. They were looking for a show on China. So I just started interviewing a bunch of my old friends, gave people a call and say, hey, you know, this is what's missing on the market. I'm kind of tired of hearing Time Magazine do their once-a-year specials at a high level talking about multinationals failing left and right. There's a lot of small, medium-sized entrepreneurs out there who really want to know what it takes and, you know, maybe talking to people who are on the ground there who have done, you know, and are doing well and are figuring it all out would be a great start. So the person I would call every week because, you know, she would know what she was talking about was Janet, so that's how we reconnected. So in a nutshell, what happened was a podcast turned into a ton of emails flooding in from people who are listening, asking all sorts of things. Like I've had someone from Turkey asking me how I import olive oil into China, right up to someone who is interested in outsourcing heavy machinery. Like I know these things. So, you know, Jen and I got together and we're like, I think this needs to be something more than a podcast. I think it needs to be a platform and a network, and she'll explain a little further. But I wanted to say a few thank yous real quick for the folks who have been really supportive of us here in the Bay Area, because this is not our base. I'm based in Los Angeles and Janet's in New York. But first and foremost, Rebecca Fannin, who is our featured guest. International editor for Asia VC Journal and also the author of Silicon Dragon. So what do we do to welcome her back from the Beijing Olympics? We have a Chinese dinner. Like, you've had enough Chinese food already. Sorry, this is kind of how it got time. And Elliot Ng, co-founder of Uptake, where are you? And the founder of cnreviews.com. If you want to know anything about China, and he's got one of the best bridge blogs out there, English language, all about China, covering a host of issues. So definitely, cnreviews.com is the must-read blog. Where's Bhaskar Roy, the person who is responsible for the free phone one of you guys are going to win tonight from QIK, co-founder of QIK. So thank you very much for your support. And David Sibry, where are you? Okay, there you go. He is, well, we know him as the founder of Technorati, but actually he's here tonight to give away an entire table's worth of Offbeat Guides, which is his new startup that he'll tell you a lot about. They're doing some really great things. Sheree Unman, one of our best friends here and the supporter from the very start. Sheree is the CEO and chairman of Venture Bank and Venture Bank China. She's doing a lot of great projects over in China right now that I'm sure she'd be happy to tell you about. And Shell Israel, where are you? Happy birthday, sir! Global Neighborhoods, and we've got a really cool announcement later on we're going to make for you. And last but not least, the person who kept us all organized, Brian Young, our project manager. Thank you very much.